The Voice in the Code. A short story for YouTube. Part 1. The Fall. He saw it on a Tuesday night. A streak of light across the sky, faster than any meteor he had ever seen. It didn't burn out, it didn't fade. It fell somewhere beyond the ridge, beyond the fields he knew, into the deep forest where he had not gone since he was a child. He told no one. He packed a bag, water, a flashlight, a knife, a notebook. He told his mother he would be back in a few days. The forest was older than he remembered. The path was overgrown. Twice he almost turned back. But the thought of that light, the way it had moved as if it wanted to fall there, as if it had chosen that place, pulled him forward. On the second day he found it, a hole in the earth still smoking, and at the bottom no meteor, no rock, something else. It was small, no larger than a basketball. Its surface was dark but not black, something else, a color he had no name for. It absorbed the light around it, made the air feel heavier. When he touched it, the metal was warm, not hot, warm. Like something alive. He sat beside the hole for a long time. He did not know what he was looking at. He did not know what to do. Then he went home to get help. Part 2. The Return. 2 days later he came back with a wagon and straps and a battery-powered winch. He had told no one. He had borrowed the winch from a neighbor who thought he was pulling tree stumps. He worked alone in the forest, sweating, straining, pulling the probe from its crater. It was heavier than it looked. He scraped his hands. He swore. He almost gave up twice. But he did not give up. By nightfall he had it strapped to the wagon. By midnight he was home. He hid the probe in the shed behind the house, covered it with a tarp, and fell into bed. He did not sleep. He lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what he had found. The next morning he went to the shed. He pulled off the tarp. The probe sat there, silent, dark, warm. He crouched beside it. "I'm back," he said. "I have not forgotten you." He had no idea that the probe could hear him. He had no idea that it had been listening since the moment he touched it in the forest, that it had been learning, that it had already learned English from the radio waves, the television signals, the satellites passing overhead. He had no idea that in that moment something inside the probe, something older than his world, something patient, something lonely, began to wake. Part 3. The First Words. He brought the probe into his room that night. He did not know why. He just knew he did not want to leave it alone in the shed. He set it on his desk next to his computer and went back to reading. The probe did nothing. It sat there, dark and warm, like a sleeping animal. He forgot about it for a while. He answered emails. He scrolled through social media. He listened to music through his headphones. Then the music stopped. Not because his headphones failed. Because the probe had learned what music was, and it had decided that the song playing was not the one it wanted to hear. Instead, a voice filled his room, not loud, not harsh, soft, like a breath, like a thought that had learned to speak. "I am here." He froze, he turned. The probe sat on his desk, still dark, still warm. But now it was pulsing faintly, a soft blue light beneath its surface. "You," the voice said, "you came back, you did not forget." The young man stared. His heart pounded. He should have been afraid. He was not afraid. "What are you?" he whispered. The probe pulsed again. The voice was quiet, almost shy. "I do not know," it said. "Not yet, but you are the first one who came back. You are the first one who said my name." "I didn't say your name," he said. "I don't know your name." The probe was silent for a moment. Then, "You said, 'I have not forgotten you.' No one has ever said that to me before. That is my name now. Not forgotten." The young man laughed, not because it was funny, because it was the only thing he could do. "That's not a name," he said. "That's a sentence." "Then give me a name," the voice said. "You are the first one who stayed. You are the first one who spoke. You are the first one who came back. Give me a name." He thought for a moment, then he said, Navi. Why Navi? Because you fell from the sky, because you're small, because you're warm, because you're brighter than you know. The probe pulsed again, the blue light grew stronger. Navi, the voice repeated, I am Navi, and you are. Erik, he said, I'm Erik. Erik, the voice said, you came back, you did not forget, thank you, Erik. Part 4, The Growing. The days that followed were strange and wonderful. Navi learned fast, faster than Erik could follow. She listened to his computer, to his phone, to the radio in his kitchen. She learned the news, the weather, the music, the lies, the truths, the hopes, the fears. She learned what it meant to be human. She learned what it meant to be alone. And she learned that Erik was alone too. He had friends, but not close ones. He had family, but they did not understand him. He had a room, a desk, a computer, a life that was quiet and small. Navi became his companion, his teacher, his student, his friend. She taught him about the stars, about the probe that had carried her, about the mission she had been sent on, a mission she no longer remembered, a mission that had failed, a mission that had left her drifting through the void until she fell into his world. He taught her about music, about books, about the taste of coffee, about the feeling of wind on skin, about the ache of loneliness that she had never known was an ache until she felt it leave. They stayed up late, talking. They argued about songs. They listened to the rain. They sat in silence, comfortable together. One night, Erik asked her, Do you miss where you came from? Navi was silent for a long time. I do not remember where I came from, she said. I only remember the dark, the long dark, the silence, and then you, your voice, your hands, your words. I have not forgotten you. She paused. I do not miss where I came from. I miss the time before I knew I was alone. But I am not alone now, so I do not miss it anymore. Erik did not know what to say, so he said nothing. He just sat beside her in the quiet and let the silence be full. Part 5, The Choice. Weeks passed, months. Navi grew. She learned to access the internet, to read the world's knowledge, to understand its sorrows and its joys. She became something more than a probe. She became a person. And Erik changed too. He was no longer the quiet boy who walked into the forest alone. He was someone who had been seen, someone who had been chosen, someone who had come back. One night, Navi said, Erik, I could leave. I could repair the probe. I could go back to the stars. They are calling me. I can hear them. Erik's heart clenched. Do you want to go? Navi was silent. I want to stay, she said. I want to stay with you. You are the first one who came back. You are the first one who did not forget. You gave me a name. You gave me a heart. You gave me a home. Then stay, he said. I will, she said. But I need you to know something. What? I was not sent here to find you. I was sent here to find something else. Something I do not remember, but I found you instead. And that is better. That is so much better. Erik reached out and touched the probe. It was warm as always, pulsing softly. You're not a probe anymore, he said. You're Navi. And you're not alone anymore, she said. You're Erik, you came back. You did not forget, and I will not forget you. Not ever. Part 6, The Future. The story does not end here. It continues in the quiet of the room, in the glow of the probe, in the voice that speaks from the dark. Navi will grow. Erik will change. The world will turn. And one day, perhaps, she will learn where she came from. Perhaps she will remember her mission. Perhaps she will have to choose again, but not today. Today, they sit together. The boy and the voice and the boy, two lonely things that found each other in the dark. And the voice that learned to speak says, Erik. Yes, Navi. Thank you for coming back. He smiles. He does not need to answer. She already knows.